Part 3 of our conversation with John Zaika, who just started a new band with Arnie Vilches called Tribal Reasons. And we'll talk about how he met Arnie and a brand new act he's working with. I'm John Beaudin from Rock History Music. Last week we had an update on Bobby Kimball, the fact that he's starting to lose some of his markers. And a few years ago, people were noticing that he was kind of losing his voice a little bit. He had issues with his hearing. John Zaika produced 2 albums for Bobby Kimball, former lead singer of Toto. He's teamed up now with Arnie Vilches, great guitarist, and their new band is called Tribal Reasons. Now and then we're going to start putting some newer music on this channel. I know it's mostly about classic rock, classic pop music, and it'll always be about that by far. But now and then, some new music. We're going to talk about a brand new, fresh act that John Zaika is working with in a second. But first, how he met Arnie Vilches. And of course, it was a concert. And you ever been to a concert where you see someone on stage and go, I love that person? It was kind of like that.
And on the other side was Arnie. And he was all over the place. And this guy could play, and he just ball of energy, excitement, always smiling, always has a positive. I've never really worked with somebody, lately I have been, but somebody that's so positive. There's always a positive. There's always a way out with him. And it's refreshing. In the studio, let's do it. Let's do it. My crazy ideas, a lot of people are like, what? He's like, yeah, that sounds cool. So I got a lot of harebrained, crazy ideas that come up in the studio, and he rolled with it. So I left that show. I called him the next day. I got his number at that show. I called him the next day, and I said, hey, I got this project. I hadn't named it yet. At first, it was going to be Zaika Vilches, and the label person said, it sounds like a bad disease. Zaika Vilches. They were trying to say it, and he kept saying it faster. This guy, the label was saying it faster and faster. Zaika Vilches.
You have a young man with you, Rhett.
Rhett Allen Bags, from out of the streets and into your heart.
Tell me about, how did this all start? Because I love being here, and this is all starting off, and it's going to take off. I get a good feeling.
He's got some interest going on, a bunch of interest in him. Well, actually, what had happened is I was in town working with Dave Barnett, and Dave had a gig, and I was on my way to the airport, and the gig was in Las Colinas, and he was one of the singers on the gig. And I went in, it was a private event, and I had to catch a flight after that, and I went outside to have a cigarette, and there he was, and we started talking. And we started talking about music and personal stories, and we had a lot in common. So then it was like, I think a year later.
Yep, it was over summer.
Yeah, it was a year later, and all of a sudden my Instagram message thing lit up, and it was him. And he said, hey, man, I would love to work with you. And I said, well, guess what? I'm getting ready to come to Dallas. And I said, I just wrote this ballad I think is pretty good. And I ended up rewriting it and writing the bridge. Well, Michael Haddad wrote the bridge, so rewrote it, came to Dallas. And then Steve Fawcett and I got together and re-wrangled it. And then that's when he came in. And that was the first song. And I think it went up when we were hashing through it on Facebook. And it was like 5,000 views like that, or 4,900 views like that. And everybody just started going. And then I got a call from the person that's responsible. I got an immediate call from that person, and she said, oh my God, that voice. And Bill Champlin too. Bill ended up singing backgrounds on that song, Find the Grace. Bill said, my God, that kid's got some chops in him. He can sing the phone book. And and Tamara, and Bill gave him some words of wisdom. Bill is such a great mentor.
Yeah.
I mean, chops on chops on chops on chops.
Well, Rhett, tell me a little bit about your past. Are you from a musical family? How did this machine all start for you?
Well, yes, I'm from a big musical family.
They're like the Osmonds.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Everybody sings. I just went to a theater thing the other night, and the whole family's in the theater in this presentation. I mean, it was like crazy. There's the brother, there's the mom, there's the dad, there's the other brother,
Yeah,
Presley, his other brother, is sang on that song I did for my father with the string orchestration. He's the other sibling that's in another band. All of them are all musical.
Has this always been the plan for you? Has there always been that trajectory to music for you because of the family and because of what?
Pretty much. I've always been drawn to music, and I've loved it my whole life. Grew up singing my whole life with my family and harmonizing and all that stuff. And it's, I won't say I'm bad at everything else, but music is my one thing that I really connect with. And it's how I embrace life. Because other people, it can be a getaway. For me, it's how, like he was saying earlier, it's how you stay sane, and you got to get it out some way. So it's a healthy outlet for the good, the bad, the ugly that happens in life, and
gets you out of your own head.
Yeah, it really does.
Yeah. Where did you grow up? Where are you from?
I grew up in Mansfield, Texas.
Now,
let me tell you something. I just went and picked him up. It was like the cattle fence, and it was like,
Yep. When I was in kindergarten there, they still had like horses going around, big old pastures, and it's grown quite a bit. By the time I was in high school, there were 3 different high schools, and they were all like 5A schools and all of that. But yeah, I was in musical theater. I sang in church all growing up, and my mom taught us all how to harmonize. We were all cleaning house one day, and she was like, you're all singing different songs, and it's driving me freaking nuts. So you're all going to get in here right now, and you're going to learn Jesus Loves Me, and you're going to sing in harmony. So we did, and then we had to call everybody in the freaking phone book and in the family and sing the song for them, and that's kind of how it took off.
It's truly amazing. The sister, too. The sister sings. I mean, it's like taking a step back to the Osmonds. In fact, I said, I feel like I'm stopping at the Osmonds right now. And he's like, go away.
Go away,
little girl.
Oh, that's it. We sang everything from Donny Osmond to, Ray Charles, Stevie Wonder, all that stuff for talent show songs and all of that. This is what I want to do. I'm set. So, and that's what I'm going to do no matter what. It doesn't matter what level I get to. It's a part of me, but
this is kind of hysterical. How many times do you get turned down by American Idol?
Oh gosh, like 9.
You believe that?
9 times.
You go back in my Facebook journey memories and listen to his voice, and I'll tell you exactly why he got turned down is because they want a story. They want that. Did your father lose his limb in the? They want all that, and he kind of refused to do that. Kind of like Will Champlin was on The Voice and was like the runner-up. He should have won.
He's amazing.
Yeah, and it's like
I remember.
It's crazy. He was telling me he was at Texas Stadium.
I was at Texas Stadium, and I showed up for the audition at 3 a.m., and, of course, the line wrapped around the building like 3 times. By the time I got to sing, it was 9:30 in the evening that night, and I got up there, and I'm sunburnt and crispy, and I get up there, and I just had to. I don't know why, but I had to sing this song. It's from a musical, Hairspray, which I would never have chosen otherwise. But the dude, Elijah Kelly, who sang the song in the movie, it was just, he blew it out of the park. So I'm like, I got to sing The Blacker the Berry, the Sweeter the Juice. So I sang that tune, and they're like, what did you just sing? I mean, I was like, well, it's got some amazing freaking ups and downs in it. I love that song.
That's almost like a rite of passage, though, in some ways, because a lot of people have been turned down by all those shows.
Yeah. And, at the time, I told my mom, I said, Mom, stop praying, because she's like, I'm going to pray that you do if it's God's will for you to make it. I said, Mom, I went to her and said, stop praying, because obviously it's not working. And now, of course, looking back, I'm thankful that this all happened so naturally. John's like a brother to me now. We've gotten to spend so much time. working on music. And when you connect musically, it's like connecting on a whole nother level.
Yeah.
I got to say, it's been amazing having him guide me in the studio, because he's got a way of, okay, that was great. Now, think about this. And he does. He brings that movie to life in your head, and he's got a way of saying, okay, he brings that feeling out of you in the studio. It's really neat. It's been great work.
What genre are we talking about now? What's this project going to sound like, or is it too soon for that?
No, it's not too soon for that. It's anything. It's anything from pop rock to R&B, soul to a little neo soul. If you had to like put some of the names of the artists that is similar, you got Timberlake, you got Bruno Mars, you got Charlie Puth, you got Stevie Wonder, you got all kinds of stuff. This kid can do it all. I'm sitting there going, wow, I got the opportunity to really just like guide, the direction of this music. But I have to be careful too. That's why I'm constantly doing the morning after listening and going, do I have this track right? Do I have it right? I mean, we got multiple sessions on each one of these songs.
I want to thank John Zaika for connecting with us. He'll be on our channel now and then talking about some of the people that he's worked with, like, of course, Bobby Kimball, Jeff Lorber, and Mickey Thomas of Starship. Make sure you comment on our video, subscribe to our channel, and share our videos. I'm John Beaudin from Rock History Music.